easier to get to the rim. He was getting to the rim when it was hand checking.
Where?
When once you got in there, the paint was packed and they could hard foul you and it not be a big deal.
All right, this is what Kobe Bryant said. He said hand checking was not going to stop them at all. He said he didn't care about if you had 3 hands on him. There's nobody behind you. This is what Kobe Bryant said. You're not going to stop us.
But for scorers like myself and Carmelo and KD, the rules from the 80s can be more beneficial for us because you have to be played straight up. You want to double team, you got to come all the way over. So for us, I don't care if you hand check us with 3 hands. If there's no one behind you, you're not going to stop us. So the zone, I think, cripples some of the top scorers. Kobe Bryant. All right, look at this. Look at this on the floor right here, y'all. Just pay attention to this one play, right? You see where Kukoc is, right? And who's sticking Kukoc? Because Kukoc is what? The 4, right? He's playing the 4, obviously, here. So Karl Malone has to actually be outside of the paint. What is those 2 guards going to do? Okay, you got Carr sitting right there, but what is Carr going to do again? Jordan is 1-on-1. It's literally 1-on-1. You don't have that in today's NBA. Stockton has to literally go chase after Harper, who's going to go to the corner. So that means he's going to clear out the paint right there for Michael Jordan. That's what Michael Jordan's waiting on right now. That's why he's dribbling like that. It's so funny. They say, how do you see basketball? You're seeing basketball, but you was only 12 when you was watching this. You was 15 watching this. So you don't know basketball when you're saying all this. So now you're getting exposed by Jason Williams. And, of course, GOAT James Kingdom. Continue. Go ahead, man.
All right.
Hey, that's the era he was in. So
you weren't tossed out, Chris. You weren't tossed out to get.
No, it was get on.
Like I said, they think this is the 80s. They think the 90s is the 80s.
It's not.
They think the 90s are the 80s. Okay.
Line and take the 2 free throws.
You know, they need to actually just see it. They need to actually just see it. Just like that, like they have this interpretation that is not true because, like you said, what the media has continued to say over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But when an NBA player tells you how it actually is, and I put the diagrams to actually what he's talking about, then you could get a sense of what he's saying.
And the thing about it is that again, they know this. They know this. Chris Broussard knows this. Rob knows this. Even Rob had to bring it up, saying, "Yeah, we got to stop the notion that today's players are not as good as the old players." The evolution of athletes in general are always going to get better. But they don't want to accept it because this is where the eye test fails them. Because you showed it to them, and I guarantee you they're still going to argue us. So where's your eye test today? How come you had an eye test when you was 13, but you don't have an eye test at 40?
That's a good question.
But wait. There's more.
Michael Jordan, I am fully convinced of this. And I'm not saying for his career.
I already know what you're going to say.
But he would have a few seasons. If he played in today's NBA, he would have a few seasons where he averaged 40 points a game.
I do not disagree. Because those baskets he was making as well, Chris, from the perimeter would be threes at some points, right?
He'd shoot more threes.
He would shoot more threes because that's the way the game is.
Yep.
And I totally agree. And he would probably go to the line 4 or 5 more times a game as well, Chris, because of you can't touch him.
Right.
Foul. Foul. Right? Foul. He's shooting.
Even Jordan fans believe that he was going to get every call. You touch him, it's going to be a foul.
Michael, but he didn't touch it with both hands. That's the thing. You think so, Michael? 55 hits, 2 to come. Michael, I didn't see two hands on him, Michael.
Yeah.
But I believe you.
You did.
But I believe you. I saw one. I only saw the one hand on him.
And they were talking about hand checking.
Yeah.
That's how they contradict themselves. Just 2-3 minutes ago, he said hand checking, and he said you can't touch Michael Jordan.
And now you can't touch him anymore.
Exactly. And they're talking about a rule that did not exist in the 90s. Actually, like they said, in 1991, the NBA added flagrant foul. So if you did hit Michael Jordan or any player too hard, you did get 2 free throws plus the ball again. So it was a loss of possession.